children, welcome back to computer class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 3, data organization in Windows OS. So here look at this picture. This is a room and this is a messy room. Okay, can you find a crayon inside the room? No. So if you have a messy room, you can't find anything in your room. So in order to avoid that, you have to keep all the things organized. In the same way, we have to organize all the files in a computer also. So in this chapter, we are going to deal with data organization. And unless we keep our things organized, it will be difficult to find them. We have seen in the previous slide, we have seen a room with that is messy room, and there we find it very difficult to find something. So we have to keep everything organized, then only it will be easy for us to find them. Likewise, we should store all our data in a computer neatly. That means if we want to find a crayon in that room, we have to keep all the things aside and we have to look many times. But if we keep the crayon in a box, and then if we keep that box inside inside your table or something, it will be easy for you to take that crayon. Likewise, in a computer also, we have to store the data neatly. Well organized data is easy to find, so it will be very easy to find in your computer also. Data is stored in the computer using files and folders. The data, that means the information. Data means the information, and the information that we are storing in a computer is by they are using the files or folders. Crayon is equal to data. That means if we have some data that can be matched to a crayon. Crayon box is equal to the files. So this is the crayon box and it can be matched to the files, and a folder is equal to the drawer. So this is the drawer and it can be equalized to the folder. So we have our data, and the data can be files, and these files are stored into the folders. So these are the data. Data means that the information we have in a computer that is stored or to be processed, and the data together forms the files, and we keeps this file inside the folder to keep it organized. Data is the information stored in the computer. We have already learned what is data, and today in this chapter we are going to learn about what is file. File is an object that stores data and information. So file is an object that stores data and information. We have some files, and these files is objects that stores data and information. There are different types of files available depending on the data stored in it. We have many data in our computer. That might be photos, or that might be any audio clips or videos, anything, or text document, anything will be in our computer. So there are different types of files, and all these files are available depending on the data stored on it. Each file type can have one or more forms of data, like images, videos and text. So I have already told you that we have different types of files in a computer. Most common types of files are JPEG or PNG. JPEG or PNG. That is, most pictures are stored in this file format. That means if we see something named as JPEG or PNG, means it is a picture. It is a file type of picture. And next is the MB4. MB4 means it is used for videos. MB4 is used for videos. Next is doc or docs or text, TXT, DOC or DOCX or TXT. These types are used to store text files. So most commonly seen files in our computers are JPEG or PNG, which is used to store images, MB4, which is used to store videos, and docs or text, which is used to store text files. So a file can be recognized by its extension. If we have a file something named myfile, and we have some extensions are there. Extensions means a file can be identified by using extension. That means it is written as usually a file is written as a full stop followed by 3 or 4 characters of the file type. That extension means if a file has some name, so after the and the name will be name will be having a full stop, and after that full stop you can see 3 or 4 characters after the full stop. That will be the extension. So file name dot extension, that will be the format. And you can see these are the extensions. .mp4 means it is an extension, and mp4 extension means it is a video file. .gif is an extension, that means GIF images. GIF images means images that moves. So these are 2 examples of extension, and we have seen here different types. These are also extension. .mp4 is an extension. If we find some file with extension .mp4, we can identify, or we can simply identify by looking that it is a video file. We don't want to open that. And if we find some file with the extension .txt, it can be easily identified that it is a text file. In the same likewise, if we have some file with the extension .png or .jpeg, we can easily identify that it is a picture. So these are the extension. Extension is the end of about the kind of information stored in the file. So it is used to recognize the file, and it is usually written as a full stop followed by 2 or 3 characters. And that's all about extension. Next is folders. A folder is a container where many files can be stored. So we have learned about files, and next is folders. Folder is a container where many files can be stored. So we have a container and we store many things inside that. That is the same case of a folder. That means it can store many files. Folder can also store other folders. A folder within a folder is called a subfolder. This is the picture of a folder, and this folder can store many other folders inside them, and those folders which is stored inside a folder is known as subfolder. That means here I have a folder with name as class, and if I have to choose, I can make many other files inside the folder class, like class 1, class 2, class 3, etc. And I can also make a new file inside the class 1 folder or class 1 subfolder. That is, this is a folder. Folder stores many types of files, and a folder can also store many different folders. And the folder inside a folder is known as subfolder. And so we have learned about what is a data, what is a file, and what is a folder. Next is the operating system. We have learned some about operating system. Right? So operating system is what that connects the computer hardware with the software used in the computer, and vice versa. So operating system connects the computer's hardware with the software used in the computer, and vice versa. That means operating system connects the hardware and the software. It makes sure that all programs on the computer software has access to the keyboard, mouse, CPU and other devices. That means operating system have to make sure that all the programs on the computer software. So operating system have to make sure all the programs in the computer software has access to the keyboard, mouse, CPU or other hardware devices. That means operating system connects the hardware and software, and it has to look that, or it has to check that the hardwares and softwares are connected. So an OS helps to run the entire computer. Basically an OS is to a computer what a principal is to school. That means OS runs the entire computer. OS runs the entire computer, and it can be compared to a principal in a school. That means without a principal there is a school can't work properly. Likewise, without an OS a computer will not work. User gives instructions to various software programs. These instructions are then given to the OS that further passes instructions to the hardware. So user means the person that uses the computer is called user. So user gives instructions to various software programs. User gives instructions to different programs, and these instructions are then given to the OS that further passes instructions to the hardware. That means if we have to print something, if we have to give a print, then we give the print command to MS Paint program. The OS sends instructions to the printer to print the pictures. That means I draw a picture in MS Paint and I have to take the printout of that picture. So I give the command print in the MS Paint. And after when I give the command, it directly send that command to the OS. And the OS sends instruction to the printer to take the print. That is the function of an operating system. That means in this picture you can see many users are there. All these users use the software, and after that the user give a command to the software, and the software go to the operating system, send that command to the operating system, and operating system send that signal to the hardware. And this is the working of an operating system, and this is what happens inside a computer. So Windows 10 is an operating system. Windows 10 is launched by Microsoft in the year 2015. So Windows is an operating system which is launched by Microsoft in the year 2015. It is the latest version of the Windows, following Windows 7 and Windows 8.1. So Windows 10 is the latest version of Windows operating system, followed by Windows 7 and Windows 8.1. Older versions of Windows OS are still in use. Some computers might be using the earlier versions of Windows. So Windows 10 is the latest operating system. The process of the operating system the process of the operating system loading when a computer is turned on is called the booting. Booting means the process of loading the operating system when the computer is switched on. And that process is known as booting. And we have learned about Windows. Windows is an operating system, and the speciality of a Windows operating system is it is a graphical user interface. Windows has a graphical user interface. That means it uses pictures like items. Different icons are used for different file types. This makes it the most commonly used operating system. So the speciality of Windows 10 is it is graphical user interface. That means we can see a picture like icons on the Windows 10 operating system. This makes it most commonly used operating system. That's why the Windows is the most commonly using operating system. And some of its advantages are it is very easy to use. Windows is an operating system that is very easy to use, and it works with most software programs. So Windows works with most software programs. There are many games available for Windows OS. Many games are also available that can be used in Windows 10. So these are the advantages of Windows operating system. First one is it is very easy to use. Second one is it works with most software programs. Third one is there are many games available in Windows OS. And the Microsoft was founded by Bill Gates and Paul Allen as of 2020. Satya Nadella, who is of Indian origin, is the CEO of this corporation. You have to note down the names. Bill Gates was the founder of Microsoft, and the CEO is Satya Nadella. And the icons, we have learned that the Windows is graphical user interface, and it has small icons. And these icons are pictures that help us to identify different programs on the computer. By using these icons, we can easily identify the program, and just by clicking on or double clicking on the icon, the program will be opened. So that is the icon. And that's all about our third chapter, first part. In this part we have learned about how to organize the data in computer. That means we are organizing means it is a process of arranging things in an orderly manner. So we have data are stored in files, and files are stored in folders. And we have learned the different types of extensions. By using this extension, we can easily identify the type of file. And then we have learned about folders and subfolders. And last we have learned about operating system. Operating system connects the computer hardware and computer software. and Windows is the most commonly used operating system because it is a graphical user interface, and we have also learned the advantages of Microsoft Windows. So that's all about today's topic. We will meet in the interactive session. Read the textbook 2 or 3 times. Thank you. Have a nice day.